So today I wanted to talk a little bit about, we're going to go into a 25-minute meditation again. We did that yesterday when there was just three of us here, so I'd like to do that again so more people can have, hello Susie, welcome, welcome. So more of us can have the longer meditation. And I wanted to talk about the concept of how meditation can help us transcend suffering. So, as many of you may or may not have heard, the Buddha said that all life is suffering. But there is a way to transcend it. And one of the ways is through meditation. And looking at the ways we suffer is so much of our suffering comes from dwelling in the past, being nostalgic, longing for something that no longer is. And then we spend so much time worrying about the future. And I'm sure we've all done both, right? And the truth is, the only power we have is in the present moment. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with visiting the nostalgia of the past. There's nothing wrong with thinking about the future and planning for the future. But the suffering comes when we're dwelling in the past, wishing that the present was like the past, or worrying about something we have no control over in the future. So, how many of you can relate to what I'm saying? Just with a raise of hands. Yes. And these days, more than ever, I've been thinking about how we're just being bombarded by so much information. I mean, I sometimes just feel like I'm spinning because there's so much information that I want to consume, but it's just too much in one day. And the sanctuary comes by going within. So you can always close your eyes, send an anchor down into Mother Earth, and breathe from your heart and be in that present moment. And of course, going for a walk in nature is also a beautiful way to just release the constant worrying or the nostalgia, just in the moment, in the moment, in the moment. And I just want to read. How many of you are familiar with Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now? So this is one of
It's
my,
one of my all-time favorite books.
oh,
I
me
love,
too, me
oh
too.
my gosh, I smile that when I read it the whole time. I smile.
Yes. So this book actually I can attribute to helping me recover from I was in a suicidal place because I was so focused on what was not working in my life. And reading The Power of Now helped remind me of the value of feeling your feelings, because I always had a idea that feeling your feelings was made you weak because I'm so sensitive. I feel everything, and I thought that was an indication that I was weak and that you had to be stoic to be strong. And reading The Power of Now was such a beautiful phase of my life where I just allowed myself to feel my feelings. And around the time I was reading it, excuse me, I was I was sitting in a closed in screen porch on a rainy day, like just, it was a nighttime actually. It was pouring rain, pouring rain. And I was finally allowing myself to feel the feelings. And it was just feeling all the pain for, well, my own life and the pain for the world. And I just started feeling pain for the entire world. And then I had this strange experience where I had my eyes closed, and it was dark. But after feeling going from my pain to the global pain, I had this feeling that I was traveling through space and I could see planets and stars whipping by. And then I exploded into this oneness. And when I exploded into the oneness, I felt this bliss state. And I've never felt depressed since that moment. And so it was again about just allowing the feelings. When I spoke about equanimous mind the other day, I did not mean do not feel your feelings. It was feel your feelings and observe from the equanimous mind. Oh, okay. I'm feeling a lot of feelings now. Maybe I need to stomp on the earth or hit a pillow and then return to equanimous mind. The other thing about the power of now was it taught me about gratitude. And so I just want to go around the circle, and I would love to hear 5 things that you are grateful for. So, who would like to begin?
My
Karen?
yeah, my business partner makes fun of me because I do a gratitude journal, and she says I have a PhD in gratitude, so I'm gonna just list them easily.
Beautiful.
I'm grateful for my senses. I'm grateful for my body and its vitality. I'm grateful for healthy food. I'm grateful for my children who are my teachers. And I'm grateful for Mother Earth and all the things she teaches me.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Mm.
Anybody else? All right, I'll begin then.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead, Susie.
okay. First and foremost, right this minute, I'm grateful for you.
Oh, thank you.
Very grateful for you. I'm grateful that I'm an Aquastel. I'm grateful that I'm alive, especially at this time. I'm so grateful for my family, my daughter, especially, and my grandchildren, and of course, my husband, and all the rest of them. I'm grateful that I woke up this morning on this beautiful
Mm.
new moon day, with our partial solar eclipse that we've been able to see here in the UK. And the
Oh,
sun was actually shining, which is a rare occurrence these days at this time of the year. And it's difficult to explain. I'm grateful that I'm able to be grateful, that I
mm.
have so much to be grateful for. I think I've done 5. I could go on.
I love that. I'm grateful to be grateful. That's so beautiful.
It's
Thank
just so
you.
wonderful to have the opportunity to
Mm.
have so much in your life to be grateful for. It's a blessing. And even the so-called negatives are challenges and possibilities in disguise. So there's
Mhm.
nothing you can't be grateful for.
Oh, that's so beautiful, Susie. Thank you for sharing.
I
Really.
know it was quite clever, wasn't it? I don't know where it came from. Higher self, I don't know. Thank you.
Hello, Carol. Oh, there's a few people coming in. Okay, we're just going around the circle saying what we're grateful for. So, Kathy, Elizabeth first. Who would like to go? Elizabeth?
Okay, so I'd start with my kids, my home. I'm grateful. Uh, you just mentioned Costa Rica. I had the privilege of living there, and I had the privilege of living in Switzerland, and I had the privilege of living in the United States until now. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we had a lot of good years, and I'm grateful for my government and everything, all the services I've ever received. And
Mm,
I'm grateful for the earth and the way it nourishes us. And I think that might be 5. I'm not sure.
thank you, Elizabeth. Beautiful. Thank you. Carol, we're just sharing 5 things that we're grateful for. If you'd like to share what you're grateful for, I'll unmute.
Um, I don't know if I'm on the right track at all, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. I'm grateful for my resilience today. I'm grateful for all that I have achieved in my difficult moments, and I'm grateful for the fact that I still find joy in difficult moments, and I still find things to be grateful for.
Mm.
And I don't, I'm getting quite emotional, which is good.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every little piece of joy that I can find. I'll prepare myself a meal and then I'll stop and think, and I take the time to creatively, place every color in such a manner that it's pleasing, that it touches all the senses, and then I'm really trying to be mindful about everything that I have, and I love hats and I love clothes, and I go around and I switch hats and I switch scarf, and it brings me another little grateful, and I have a great big mirror, and it's not that I'm looking at myself, I'm just having fun exploring all sorts of colors and wishing that everybody, and sometimes I do that and I think, okay, one day I'm going to go out and do this. And gradually I'm going out in the world and doing it. And I'm grateful to find Carola again.
Beautiful.
I don't know
Well,
if there was a certain
yes,
number, but I think I surpassed. What,
I'm
and I'm
grateful for
grateful to
your
be
show.
here. And I'm grateful that I was able to sit down and get ready.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm
Thank you. I'm
grateful for
grateful
you
for you.
here. We're all so grateful. It's so beautiful.
But I'm not grateful for the freezing rain that we're getting today.
Oh, well, you get to stay inside and be cozy,
Exact.
so you can be grateful for that.
Exactly. I'm
Kathy,
grateful to feel calm today.
Kathy, would you like to share?
Yes, I am grateful for you, Andrea, and everyone who came today to share. And I woke up to rain, and I'm very grateful for rain. I love the rain. It makes me so happy. um, and for my animals and for the grass in my yard, the water company sent us a bill and said we should rip out our grass. Rip it out. I'm still shocked by that. They don't want us to water, but to say that we should rip it out was shocking. And so
Wow.
anyway, I'm grateful for the trees that I can see every day here, and nature, and my home, of course, my friends.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And we have, let's see, Heidi, I know you didn't want to come on camera, but would you like to share what you're grateful for? 5 things?
I would love to do that. I am grateful for this moment here with all of you. I am grateful for color and flowers and my beautiful gardens and the food that comes out of the garden and my community and my beautiful little town where we live in a bubble of just, I don't know. I really am grateful for my communities, my colleagues, my friends, my family, my pets. And I just had surgery on Thursday, and I'm grateful for the people that helped me through that and being held in that container. I just want to tell a very brief little short story. They were putting on the oxygen mask, and I immediately felt like claustrophobic, and I had them take it off, and I like asked the nurse to hold my hand, and then the doctor held my hand, and it's just a really
Oh,
amazing moment. And then I said, because I was coming on the anesthesia, I was like, I love you all and I trust you implicitly and I have complete faith in you. And
Oh,
then I was the last thing then the next thing I knew it was 3 o'clock and I looked at the clock and that's all I remembered. But that moment of just love and loving kindness for them and myself, and that they showed me when I had that moment of like claustrophobic panic, they just held me in that space. And I'm really grateful for that.
wow. Thank you, Heidi, I'm grateful for your share, and I'm very touched by, like, it makes me tear up because I think many doctors and nurses don't have people maybe request that because
Mm-hmm.
there's an impersonal, they might
Mm-hmm.
feel an impersonal connection, but you actually asked that, and I'm sure it made a difference in their day.
Yeah. And in the next moments of being inside my body,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was just really grateful for that. So
yeah. Well, I'm grateful for your story.
thank
Thank
you.
you. And I wish you a good recovery.
Thank you. You're part of it here right now.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm just going to, I want to make sure we have time to meditate for 25 minutes, but I'm just going to read what I wanted to share from Eckhart Tolle's book. Have you ever experienced, done, thought, or felt anything outside of the now? Do you think you ever will? Is it possible for anything to happen or be outside of the now? The answer is obvious. It is not. Nothing ever happened in the past. It happened in the now. Nothing ever will happen in the future. It will happen in the now. When you think of what you think of as the past is a memory trace stored in the mind of a former now. When you remember the past, you reactivate a memory trace, and you do so now. The future is an imagined now, a projection of the mind. When the future comes, it comes as the now. When you think of the future, you do it now. Past and future obviously have no reality of their own, just as the moon has no light of its own, but can only reflect the light of the sun. So are past and future only pale reflections of the light, power, and reality of the eternal present. The reality is borrowed from the now. The essence of what I'm saying here cannot be understood by the mind. The moment you grasp it, there is a shift in consciousness from mind to being, from time to presence. Suddenly, everything feels alive, radiates energy, emanates being. And I'm getting so moved. The presence of all of you here is touching me. So I'm grateful. And I have a moon in Pisces, so I cry easily. Yes, Susie.
I just wanted to say I've read that passage so, so many times, but hearing you read it, I fully understood it. We've got a very special circle here today.
Yes, we do. Yes,
Very, very powerful.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Wow. And
Mm.
today, I always, every day of this class and in the 8-week course that I'll be offering, I'll be teaching you a new mudra. And the card that I pulled today is self-trust. So this is in the heart chakra, and it's when we do the meditation, which we're about to begin, you can hold your fingers like this on your lap, or you can do the radiant one that we learned, which is connected to the solar plexus on your lap. And wait a sec, I think Catherine's here, but I didn't. Catherine, did you want to wait, Catherine, you're not on camera, but did you want to share what you're grateful for before we begin? Maybe not. Okay, we'll just continue. So you're going to interlace your fingers from the right and left hand to the first knuckle, with the pinky fingers out on the bottom. So you're going to interlace your fingers like this and place them on your heart. Okay. But if you want, you can, if you know, at any time you get tired of holding your hands up here, you can put them on your lap as well. And we're going to begin 25 minutes, and I'm going to send some Reiki at different points in the meditation. So Karen says she has to leave. Oh no, it's an hour class. So, but on Karen, just so you know, every Monday morning from 10:30 to 11, it's a half an hour meditation, and I talk for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we go into a meditation.
And there's
So I'm sorry you have to
half
leave,
hour.
Karen,
Okay. Yeah, me
but
too. It's lovely to be here while I'm here.
okay, good. All right. So at least we can meditate for a little bit of time. You can meditate with us for a little bit of time before you head off. And we're going to begin. And I will, when we come out of the meditation, we're going to say 3 ohms, and I will instruct you when that is. And I'm just going to set the timer. And when you do the ohms, I recommend you do ah, to really in an equidistance to the 3 sounds, so you really get the full vibration of each sound rather than just an like a om. We went ah, So here we go. I'm going to put it for 25 minutes, and just one of the gifts of meditation is you develop a sensibility about energy and the subtle energy, and you start to feel energy. You can feel energy in things, people, wherever, spaces, rooms. You become aware of that energetic realm, which is very subtle. So I just ask you to just notice if you notice any shift at any point, and I will be choosing random times to send Reiki. All right, so here we go. Closing your eyes. Nice, slow breaths in through your nose. Pausing at the top, 2, 3, 4, and through your nose. Nice, slow breath release, emptying your belly. Pausing at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in slowly, nice, slow breath. Filling up your belly, pausing, 2, 3, and releasing through your nose. Continuing at your own rhythm, and I'll see you on the other side. Bringing your hands into a prayer mudra with your thumbs touching your chest, your heart space. We're just going to take a moment to think about all the beings in the world who are suffering right now, sending healing energy, compassion to all beings, animals, trees, water, humans, women, children, men, who are suffering and who have forgotten who they are, or they're suffering in war or poverty, and they're just trying to survive. Sending healing energy to all who are suffering from mental illness or any physical ailments, disabilities. May they find peace in their soul. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings awaken to their true nature. And may peace and love prevail. And now we're going to do 3 Ams. So taking a breath in. Om. Breathing in on 4. Om. Taking a nice breath in. Om. Rubbing your hands together, placing them on your eyes. And just gently rubbing your head, your face, like you're waking up, and open your eyes when you're ready. Oh, good. So Karen had to leave, but I would love to hear if anybody has any questions, any shares. I also would love to hear any feedback about whether you perceived the Reiki energy. I sent it 3 times, so I'm curious if you felt it. Would anyone like to share? Just raise your hand if you want to share. Everybody's speechless. Oh, okay. Susie, did you want to share?
Thank you.
Hmm.
I found that really amazing. It was beautiful. As you know, I only learned to meditate at all after years of trying on and off. I only learned about a year ago to do it at all, and I'm much, much better with a guided visualization.
Mhm.
So because I have to focus on something because I can't still my monkey mind. But today I noticed an improvement in that, a real improvement in that. I think I felt the Reiki because at times, I think there were a couple of times, it was quite a long way in, and I felt waves.
Mhm.
And also, I do try very hard to still my monkey mind, but when I've done that with using the train, I found myself getting on the train, following the train, wondering how many carriages it had on it, counting the seats, and that wasn't going to work. So I tried a different approach today. I I was using my breathing like waves,
Mhm.
and but then I found myself on a Greek island beach watching the waves, and it's it's just it's but I detached from the thoughts.
Mhm.
I didn't jump in there. I just thought, okay, it's not time to think about that now. Go back to your breathing.
Mm.
And I do feel that I made progress
Good.
with it.
Beautiful.
Um, I went really, really, really deep. And I think towards the end, my monkey mind had switched off.
Beautiful.
So so it's going according to plan, I think.
Yes, beautiful. I love how you got into like this is the nature of the mind. And again, we have to be compassionate for ourselves and
Yeah,
not beat ourselves up for not being able to get in that state of samadhi. Because, but isn't that funny? Your mind got on the train and went in the chairs and went, and your mind got
yeah,
to the beach in
yeah.
Greece. And so this is the nature of the mind. And by observing
Mm.
the nature of the mind, then we start to more and more develop the witness self.
And also, I just realized if you develop the witness, you gain more control over the mind.
Hmm. Absolutely.
I just realized that because my mind goes off on various tangents at any given moment, and I
Yes.
can't always call it back.
Yes.
But I think with really, really practicing and studying the meditation, I may learn to do that.
Yes.
Smooth.
I'm so happy to hear you open up to that because
Yeah,
many people say, "Oh, I can't meditate." Yes, you can.
yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah, you
can.
can. It does take more discipline for some than others, I think.
Well, it takes I don't think it's I don't even think it's a matter of for some it's easier, for some it's harder. It's for me it was very hard to calm my monkey mind in the beginning.
Was it?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was like, oh, jumping all over the place. I wanted to do so many different things when I was in that
Mm,
10-day Vipassana retreat. But the more it's mastery, the more you practice, you develop mastery of
yeah,
mastery of the thoughts. And
yeah,
those thoughts keep coming, but the time between them coming and the time between being in the moment or centering in the present
yeah.
breath gets shorter and shorter. And you don't
Yeah,
feel as
I've
much.
today was the first time in the last year that I've been doing it when I really, really felt as though I had some control. So I
Beautiful,
was pleased.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And I just want to let everybody know that I'd love to hear other shares, but before we end, I just want to make sure you all know that I'm offering an 8-week meditation program. I believe I'm going to try to start it not next week, but the week after. I'm hoping to have at least 4 people to do the program. That's kind of like my minimum to start is 4 people, but it'll be $333 for 8 weeks. And I'm open to, flexible payment plans as well. It works out to about 40 something. Let me just calculate. I think it's like between 41 and $44 a week. Let me just do this. So if you have questions about it, about the program, or you think you might be interested, but you want to meet, on a Zoom call, we can talk about it. It's by 8 is, yeah, it's $41 per week. So it's, yes, Susie.
I'm in.
Oh, great. Beautiful, beautiful. So
Yeah.
glad to hear that. And I think Brenda's also in, so I think we have two. And if you have any other questions or if you want to share anything else here, now is the time.
When is it?
Like I said, I'm hoping to start not next week, but the week after. And in terms of the day and time, what I'd like to do is have everybody who's interested meet on Zoom so we can come up with a time that works for everybody. You know, I'm not Tony Robbins, so I don't have like 500 people on my in my classes. So if there's only 4 or 5 of us or even up to 8 of us, I think we can come up with a time and date that works. So I'm flexible, but we can come with a consensus of it'll just be an hour class, and I'm going to teach more mudras, more exercises to prepare for meditation. I love to share inspirational reading from. I have so many books to share from. I have a lot of anecdotes, and we'll do vocal toning. We'll do different kinds of meditation. So sometimes we will do guided meditation. Sometimes we'll do silent meditation. But my goal is that we build up to 40 minutes of silent meditation. So because that's a really strong practice. If you are able to meditate 40 minutes twice a day, even if you can do once a day or 20 minutes twice a day, it's it's one of the best things for your life. Even if you can't do 40 minutes, 20 minutes twice a day, in the morning, in the evening, it's sort of like dawn and dusk. I mean, I don't always get up at 6 a.m. and meditate, but if I'm waking up in the middle of the night with a dream, that I'll often meditate at 3 or 4 or 5 a.m. in bed. And then at the end of the day, before you have dinner, it's just so beautiful to take that time to 20, even 20 minutes. But in the class, we're going to build up to 40 minutes because my hope is that you will really experience and instill the practice of meditation in silence. And anything with a mantra or a sound is like a bonus. It's something you can do, but no matter where you are, you can, I call it the manna. Manna is like the divine elixir, right? Within your inner sanctuary. No matter where you are, no matter what's happening in your life, you're able to stay in that, go into that sanctuary. Is any other questions or shares? Heidi, do you have anything to say?
Yeah. I meditate often. I am a firm believer in micro meditations for people who just feel like it's too much, too big. And
Mhm.
I will do what I call a 5 breath bridge and start there, or even just do 5 minute meditations. But this is longer, and I was able to, I didn't have any thoughts. It's more visuals. And there were moments. So I have 4 incisions, and the upper one is really achy. And so I just put my hands on those spots in the mudra. And I'm not sure when your Reiki came, but I'm very visual. So color changed at certain points. Things opened up in I have an affinity for magenta and orange, and um, so there was some of that. But I was really able to immerse into the time, and it was surprising how quickly it went. And as far as monkey mind, I just always go back to my breath. I didn't have much monkey mind. It was just real deep relaxation and healing.
Beautiful. Well,
And then,
thank
yeah.
you.
hmm
Go ahead. You wanted to say something else?
Just little bits of initially what I shared about the doctors and stuff. I think that was where I started, just in that place, and then I just moved around. But
Beautiful.
color and touch were big.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I'm
hmm
just noticing there's a lot of, look at Carol's orange hat, her
hmm
the red in her scarf, and I'm wearing red today, and then all the
Mhm.
chakra colors beside me. And so I'll tell you when I sent Reiki, but Carol, did you want to say something first? Or Elizabeth as well?
Oh, go ahead, Elizabeth.
No, you go first, Carol. You've got your mic off.
Okay. So I had a lot of trouble staying in the now,
Mhm.
but I really loved what you read today. It really, 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 really grounded me,
Mhm.
and how made me realize how I go back and forth and in the future. And then I get all, as you're all calling it, monkey mind. So my autocritic went on as soon as we were doing the breathing, and I started thinking, oh, when I opened my microphone, I hope I didn't talk too much about myself. I hope I didn't take too much time. Oh, I shouldn't have gone on, And I
Mm.
thought, and then my other brain came in and said, oh, would you give yourself a break? It's okay. You did fine. Stop it. And I was having these little personas in my brain. And then I thought, okay, we're gonna cut that out. I'm gonna go back to the now. And then the more this happened, the more I thought if I were verbalizing this as it happened, it would be a really, really fantastic show. What a one-woman show, what's happening in her brain. Because I was telling myself the goofiest things. Then I said, okay, so I thought, okay, well, I can't see nothing, so I'm going to use creative visualization. So I brought myself into this white house, which I see myself, I'm manifesting, I'm in a white house. And I thought, why on earth do I want to be in a white house? I love color. And then I thought, so I could alter the color. And all of a sudden, I was negotiating which color was going to go in which feng shui corner, and so on and so forth. I was decorating. And then I came back and I kept thinking, I got to be in the now. So I thought, okay, well, I'll make sounds. So I started humming with my breathing because I
Mhm.
thought, well, I don't have a mantra, so I'll make one up. So I started humming. And then I thought, well, then maybe I could sing in my show. And then so I thought, okay, well, this isn't called Monkey Mind after all. This is brainstorming. And so then I thought, oh, this is wild. And I thought, stay in the moment. And then all of a sudden, Andrea, I kid you not, I saw purple, complete purple, moving. Oh my gosh, it's what you have behind you. And moving back and forth, purple, 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 purple. And then I thought, oh, I can't wait to tell the group about what I'm seeing. So then I started saying, make sure when you do, you don't take up too much time. So I went back to that brain. Anyhow, so then I thought, I thought I was seeing aurora borealis. I was seeing color, and I thought, just enjoy this. And I thought, okay, now make yourself float through the color. So I was art directing myself in this shrine of color, floating. And then I just didn't want it to end. And I thought, I get out. You know what happened? And this happened to me last week as well. You may recall. Um, I get stuck on something, and then I get giddy as though I'm stoned on something. I just feel like I'm laughing, like
Right.
a little girl. I'm laughing for nothing. Well, it's not
Beautiful.
nothing, but it's just I'm enveloped in joy.
Beautiful.
And I
Wow.
wanted to share that with you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Carol. And you
So
do.
I can't not think of anything though. I'm still not there.
Well, that's beautiful. I mean, you're a creative soul, so it's not surprising that you had all these visions and
Yeah.
ideas.
Oh, and to go back to my white house,
Yeah.
I thought, okay, what is the message here? Because I'm always looking for a sign, right? And I thought, oh, White House, it's a blank canvas. And I
Mm.
thought, rejoice, celebrate. You are ready to start a new canvas, a new portion in your life.
Oh,
And I
that's
thought, oh, I'm arriving at that point where I'm going to move from now to forward on a new canvas. It's mine. And then I felt gratitude. Look at me, I'm just like babbling. Yeah, I get all babbly, bubbly,
okay.
babbly.
No, it's beautiful what you're saying and inspiring and I just want to say that let's talk about Carol and I are both actresses. We know each other from Montreal in the
Way
acting.
back
Yeah, way many, many, many moons ago.
when we were in our 20s.
Yes.
And you look the
Carol,
same. You're so beautiful.
so are you. And I've always wanted to do a show about meditation and the thoughts. So we'll have to talk about maybe we could do a 2-woman show or a 3-woman show or
That
a
is
4-woman
fabulous.
show
That is
about
fabulous.
meditation. I would love to
That would be
brainstorm with you about
that
that.
would be fabulous. As long as there's lots of humor in it, because I used to do
Oh
one of
yeah.
the shows. And
We will.
then I look forward to being able to do that again. Yeah.
All right, let's talk
And we
about
could paint a canvas as we're doing it. See, there's my brainstorm now. I get effervescent from meditating.
Well, it's wonderful. That's what you want, to stay in the high frequency, because when you're in the high frequency is when you manifest.
Yeah.
One of the beautiful things about meditation is you get downloads and you get inspiration.
I know. I was getting answers. I thought, that's not babble. I'm just resolving that. So I'm just finding a solution for that.
Exactly. So that's
And then I
beautiful.
couldn't wait to tell you about that.
And so, Elizabeth, did you want to say something before I share when I shared the Reiki? So I sent Reiki around the 22-minute mark, and then I sent it again for about 3 minutes. And then I sent it again around the 14-minute mark for 3 minutes. And then I sent it again around the 7-minute mark. So it was kind of it was 3 times through the meditation. So it's interesting that you saw the purple. Kathy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I felt it very strong twice. Once when I was in a deeper meditation, and once when my mind was wandering, and it brought me right back. And I opened my eyes to see if I was correct.
And
well, I was those 2 times, yes.
yeah, so I was sending Reiki at those times.
I opened my eyes and I felt like something swooshed by me and I had to readjust.
Interesting. Yeah. It's just a fascinating journey to practice meditation. And every time you do it, there's a different experience. And the more you do it, the more you're going to increase joy, inner peace, insight, synchronicity. Life becomes totally magical. It really does. And this is how we transcend the suffering. It's not that we don't feel the suffering of the world because we're empathic. But we can send, like we sent compassion and healing to the world. And we'll be doing that in every class of the 8-week as well, because I feel it's really important right now to send. Look, it's 11:11 right now. So let's just make a wish for peace and love around the world and awakening. And that's the other thing, you start experiencing 11:11, 222, 333 more and more. So my dears, I'm going to put these up I'm going to take the time to put them up on replay if you ever want to revisit them. But Susie, you've expressed interest. If anybody else would like to join the 8-week course, Carol, you would be interested? Beautiful. And so we'll talk about it. And if you know anybody else that would like to join in, please, let them know to contact me. And I'm going to be in touch about when we'll meet to discuss. Once we have a few people, at least 4 people, we'll discuss when would be the ideal time to meet every week. And, and like I said, I'm flexible with the payment plan, so we can work it out, whatever works for you. So thank you everybody for this beautiful meditation. Let's just get a picture before I forget. All right, everybody leaning in and bright pearly whites, and got it. All right, good, beautiful. So my dear sisters, we'll be in touch soon. Thank you so much and enjoy your day. And today is the solar eclipse. I meant to say that, as Susie said. This solar eclipse is new moon in Aries. And it's all about being fully healed. You've done the healing, And now you're stepping up as a reborn beginning, as a healed one, as the one that walks in the light, the one that stands in your light and shine like a beacon in the world, because so many people need our love and light. Yeah.
Whoosh. So
Whoosh.
what should we do? I always say to people, swoosh. And that means I love you. It means I send you
We can
good. I
do
send
a
you
whoosh
love.
here.
Swoosh. I say Carola sends you swoosh.
Beautiful.
But is there
Sending you
anything
all
else that we should do as
i-
a
in the world or
I
right now?
know today with this celebration? Is there a ritual that you do that you could share with us?
Well, you mean like a swoosh?
Like a swoosh? Like
Well,
I'm gonna swoosh, but
we can do a hurricane swoosh. Woo, woo,
yes.
woo, woo.
Swoosh, but do you like
Oh, you mean a
candles? Do you
ritual for
burn?
the new moon?
Yes, and the
Okay.
eclipse. Because
Yes.
I was seeing eclipses with that purple.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. This is a new moon, so it's time for planting your intentions.
Okay.
So one of the most beautiful way to plant intentions is to buy some seeds and plant it in soil. And what I like to do when I plant seeds of flowers is I kiss each one
Yeah.
and then I plant them. And so you can do that. That's a beautiful day.
I
It's
just learned that
a perfect day to do some
if you get
planting.
sunflowers, you suck on the sunflower.
Yes. You can
You
suck on the
share the
sunflowers.
DNA.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and then soon you'll have flowers. But
Good
also
idea.
with each intention, planting what you'd like to manifest in your life as well. What each seed you plant is a intention that you're planting for your life.
It's a
What you'd
great
like to
idea.
manifest.
It's a great idea. I feel like cutting all my hair off. Crazy, eh?
It'll grow back.
I know. It's like I want to cut it all off and start new.
Well, that's a good time to do it. Start like a
I was thinking that and then burning my hair. I don't know.
wow, that's
I'm feeling very witchy.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Send us a
Yeah.
picture if you do.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much,
All
everyone.
right. Thank you so much for
Elizabeth.
coming. Nice to see you all.
Hi,
All right,
Lena.
we'll be in touch. Take
And
care.
Andrea. Swoosh.
Bye-bye. Mwah,
Bye.
mwah, mwah.
See you
Woo!
soon. Swoosh.